think you might need.
All right, well, play it to your production
David.
instead. I don't know anyone here but Fyrus, so probably would be good to do some introductions. I personally, I don't really feel like that I need much of an introduction. But I mean, I'm not like that in my head that I think that anybody playing Destiny Rising would know who I am. So,
oh my gosh, is that Agent?
Is that MTAG?
Yeah.
MTAG?
Well, let's just go from like left to top right from my perspective. So, Joe, why don't you lead us off?
Hey, I'm Joe Nova. I do the same shit Virus does. I make some Destiny Rising content. You can check me out at youtube.com/Joe Nova Destiny.
Yep.
All right,
Well,
next.
yep, I'm Fyrus. I'm sure most people who clicked on the stream probably know me, but if you don't know me, I've been making Destiny Rising content since the beta. I've been very, very passionate about this game. And I have also not shied away from criticism since day one. In fact, my very first video was a video criticizing the monetization of the beta. And since then, you know, launch came around and I just grinded away, put out a lot of videos, and there's, you know, here we are today. And, you know, a little bit of extra background for those of you who don't know, I've been playing Destiny since slightly before the Taken King came out. I actually started, I think, before, like, a week before they made the announcement of that DLC. So, long-time Destiny player, been on and off. Sometimes due to hardware, sometimes due to...
Can you guys hear them pretty good? I just want to make sure you guys can hear them pretty good.
You know, I love this game. All right, G-Shun, you're up next.
What's good, boys? My name's the G-Shun. I'm a D1 vet. Started the game probably like the day of it came out. Figured out the game was a thing a week before and decided to try this content thing out. But I've been having a blast. I do the kind of the same stuff with the guides and things. I'm probably the most washed shifting gates player already. Everyone in the chat already likes to clown me on it. So, you know, we know you elites. But yeah, much love to all you guys inviting me out onto this. I'm looking forward to it, building up the community for everyone and all that good stuff.
Let's go. Let's go. Hype it up. Hype it up.
What's up?
By the way.
I'm an old man. No, I actually started content creation for Diablo Immortal. Still actually cover that game. That's the game I came from.
Yeah, so
How we doing, Techno? How we doing? Y'all can hear everybody? You can hear everybody?
some extra insight onto some other stuff that Nettie's has gotten their hands into.
I was wondering if that was going to come up, but yeah, I do.
Yo, thank you for that follow, y'all. Thank you for that follow. Hey, Wild Ride's gonna feel just right, yo. Let's go, chat. Hey, let's go. The poppiest piece don't feel the flow. Hey, let's go. Thank you for that follow.
On my phone that it was now live.
Kid Coles.
I heard of the game in general, but didn't know it was actually.
We're doing a roundtable right now, starting off the stream with Destiny, about the state of the game with Destiny Rising.
D2, or played D2 was like in, I guess, high school.
That's my theme song, you already know.
Like when it first came out, whatever that first expansion was the raid that I did. But outside,
how are we feeling today, Techno?
Yeah, loving the game. The community is awesome. I've been very open that I do not know it all, nor do I claim to know it all, but I'm happy to learn it as a group. The community's been.
You thought I was feeling you? But you a munch, handsome. You ready for lunch and bitch on my belly? I get what I want. Hey,
right,
yo.
Angel, you're up.
All right, yeah, I'll go by the name of One Wing Angel. You know, I'm fairly new in the Destiny content creation scene, but I'm well established content creator in the spaces of like the kart racing. I am a #1 player in the world in Disney Speedstorm. I'm climbing up the leaderboard to Sonic Cross Worlds. I'm a leaderboard climber, and I'm climbing the leaderboard in Destiny Rising too. So whatever game I touch, I'm a pretty good player in it. Nonetheless, I've been a Destiny player since Destiny Alpha. I'm a Twitch partner, YouTube partner, Kick partner. And yeah, yo, I'm just you know, ready to talk about this game and the state of it and what, you know, changes you like to see to actually see the game progress and in a better atmosphere.
He just likes the alert. Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, hey, yo, let's go, yo. Techno, you going way too crazy, Handsome. You going way too crazy.
Destiny 1 alpha veteran from the
Yo, let's take me home to the place. Hey, I belong West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take me home. Country roads. Yo, y'all fucked me up, man. I'm over here trying to do an intro, and all I hear is a whole bunch of sound alerts. Shit.
With the game and the franchise, I've been a Twitch partner for years. I've been a YouTube partner as of what 3-4 days ago, which is pretty awesome. And I've been a
Hi Bob. You already know.
And I've been a content creator on and off. The channel is 10 years old this year, so just to give an idea of how long I've been around. It started with anime content and some song parodies and things.
Sí, muy bien. Ya tú sabes, Sammy.
Slowly evolved over the ages, and now we're here. So my content lately has focused a lot on trying to elevate the community voices and really get your all's opinions on things and engage with the community as much as possible to try to hopefully get some.
Me gusta tu your strings. I appreciate you, Sammy.
So yeah, look.
Yo, Wolfie. Just giving you a hard time.
And the game that usually leaves me. But my name is unknown. I've been playing since Destiny, the beta, I think. It wasn't really the alpha, it was the beta. I kind of got into it just because there wasn't any other games out on the PS4 at the time. That's literally the reason I ended up downloading the beta. But I just kind of ended up falling in love with the series, and I started making videos on it when Destiny 2 actually came out. So I've been making Destiny content for a while with D2, minus like a year or two break. And so when I saw Destiny Rising was actually announced, I was definitely interested in it. I didn't even make much content.
That's another Hispanic content creator right there, guys. That unknown YouTube is another. There's another Boricua right there, y'all.
Guides and also build type videos. You know, I'm big into builds in D2. That's kind of like the main thing I did over there. So I kind of brought that over here as well.
Hype that shit up. Hype that shit up.
All right. Well, that's about everybody here.
Yo, I forgot to mention with my racing experience, I'm coming for everybody in a Sparrow racing event. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, this is an MMA fight, dude. That's if you can beat the cheaters. So they actually did remove a bunch of people from the leaderboards, but it seems like the only criteria was that they removed anybody who had a lower than 2-minute time.
Which still makes which still makes it impossible to beat those times.
Yeah. Funny enough, they actually fixed the problems last night, and I know that.
Man, y'all going crazy, Sammy. Yo, what you guys got planned this weekend, though? It is Friday, yo. Let's go. What you guys got planned?
And then in the process of him testing over there, I got on here and was like, I'm going to test on this side. And as soon as I logged on, people were trying to cheat and kept getting kicked from the match. So,
hey.
Yep. So it was
interesting.
One of those things. Yep. It was really good. I was happy to see it. I didn't actually suffer any of the cheaters.
250. Let's go.
You know,
there's people cheating in Sparrow racing
to not participate until they fix it. I mean, it sounds like it's good that they like at least put out some kind of hot fix.
Yeah, how we doing? Simply.
It is weird that they put.
I'll have my hair dyed white today.
Get like in the top 50.
Only half will be black, so it'll be curly white and black hair like a zebra. That would, yo, I gotta see a picture of that, Sammy. I gotta see a picture of that.
215, 213 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough.
All right.
Yeah, so my best time was maybe 218, 217. I think Ryan's best time was maybe 216, 215.
I think the lowest I've seen was 213.
Yeah, and I've seen a 210, and I don't know how they did it, but I've seen a 210 that was legit, and that's the fastest I've seen. So anything below 210 is probably.
So all those 1 minute runs are
from running over enemies. Yeah. So the time might be able to get a little bit lower.
So all those 1 minute times are bad.
240 is terrible.
All right.
I mean.
Damn.
Well, you got to remember when we're talking about Ryan, we're talking about the numbers wizard, right? Ryan sat down and got stats for like literally every single sparrow and broke it down. Here's the best sparrow for the best map. Here's where
Yo, what up,
the turn
Drew?
radius is. Like we have.
I'll
all
install
that
Discord
stuff in
back and send it to you.
spreadsheets,
Got you. Yo, make sure you join
So,
La Familia. The Discord is
to figure out
exclamation point Discord, and you'll be able to join it. Because I did make a new one, Sammy.
What am I using here? And usually I've got a pretty good. He's got a pretty good idea of what needs to be done. So
So, all right, let's move on. I mean, I feel like we've done enough for talking about the Sparrow Racing event, just because we're a little bit relevant. So, out of all the topics that I listed out, anybody have anything that they think would be good to start out first? Again, it was like no particular order, so.
I mean, we can just go in the order. The order didn't look too bad.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
yeah, obviously.
How we feeling today, Drew? How you been, my guy? Good to see
One of the
you.
most noticeable issues that has been occurring in Destiny Rising, and that has to do with the player base drop off and subsequently the viewer base drop off.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yep. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody making content related to Destiny Rising who isn't named Azcross is noticing the.
You know how many of y'all cheated on the Sparrow Racing? I mean, I haven't even participated yet. That's the crazy part.
The first couple weeks of season 1, and by very steep, I mean like it's close to 70% or more.
Yeah, I'm noticing I think it's about 50% on my end. To be fair, like a lot of the drop off is after like the first few weeks of like launch hype, but you can still see like it's still slowly declining over the last couple weeks as well. You think there would have been at least some sort of spike with the new character announcement, but at least on my end, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it's still flat completely.
Maybe once.
What up, Goyaman?
But I don't know.
What do you guys?
Oh, wait, you guys can't even see it.
With like like any new game when it comes out is going to get that massive spike.
There we go.
Getting in the hype, and it's going to fall off. So like, it's the concerning part, which I think we're all agreeing on, is like where is it stabilizing? Like where is that new baseline?
Yeah.
And I was surprised. I did a video covering the first, I guess it was 3 weeks, technically not the first month coverage of or like revenue earnings. And I had a contract where I covered what was it? Warcraft Rumble. So that was another but Activision game. And it actually earned more than Destiny Rising in the first month by almost 4 million, which I was very surprised by, because that game was similar to Destiny Rising in the sense of like how free to play friendly it was, or in the article that I was covering was maybe too generous. But it is interesting, the baseline being a lot lower than what I would have thought, because the game as an entity is fantastic. Like at a baseline, like the game is incredibly polished, but it does have some growth opportunities for sure.
Absolutely.
What do you guys think that NetEase could do on their end to like help, like especially smaller creators? Like, should they be feeding out more sponsorships to the bigger creators so that more people are like hooked on the game and stuff? Because it kind of, at least to me, kind of feels like there was that first wave of people that saw the game and hopped in, but now since I'm not at least seeing as much of an ad push on their end for getting like even when they had the phase members doing the collab and stuff, there's not as many new eyes on the game and stuff, which I think if they got some folks in with bigger numbers, they could keep growing that new audience, which is just better for the game overall.
I think they need to make a decision on the path they want to take. Like,
Correct.
are you promoting to
100%.
Gacha players, or are you promoting to Destiny players? Because they need to decide on one or the other, because mixing the two isn't going to make for a good promotion effort.
I was going to say
I feel like most of the time.
same thing.
Okay. No, you go.
So you guys don't think that combining both the Destiny player base and the Gacha player base is a good thing?
Well,
I think they hate each other, honestly.
Yeah, well, hold on. So to be fair, I don't think that combining them is necessarily a bad thing. They do run kind of counterintuitive with some mechanics, right? But the issue is that they're clutching pearls when it comes to some of the gacha mechanics, some of the heavier gacha mechanics, like really restricting mats and resources and slow power progression and grind. But they're advertising to the shooter crowd, right?
Yeah.
So the issue we have here is they're trying to sell chocolate to a diabetic. It's just it's not a great idea. It's really not. And
trying to
they gotta be just trying to reach out to more actual gacha creators. I feel like every single sponsorship like deal that they done, it's to either Destiny players, which they already kind of had. They didn't really need to go after Destiny players, or mobile shooter guys, which, you know, there is some overlap right there. They could definitely get some of the mobile shooter guys, but we have not seen a lot of big gacha creators getting to any Destiny Rising or putting any like Destiny Rising videos out there.
Yeah, other than Imtash, I haven't seen any gacha creators that
jugando que Sammy. Destiny Rising, yo estaba jugando ese juego.
The only reason he gave it.
I made content for that game, Sammy. A lot of it on YouTube. I mean, I stream so many different games. It's kind of hard to be consistent on one game.
And I'm not saying anything negative about it, of course, but
I played Destiny Rising a lot, actually, to be honest.
It's kind of obvious that he's going to play it.
Oh, Speedstorm. Yeah, I mean, I play the tournaments now on Speedstorm. Like I play Crossroads on stream. I play Speedstorm. I play Destiny Rising. Sometimes I play Borderlands. Maybe I even play Black Ops 7 beta today. You know, I'm a gamer. I like to play multiple different games.
Satisfied customer.
Yeah, word of mouth. But the other thing that I think they could do that would more than...
It's a sexy baby. That would call me fuego. Yo, they call me papi.
They got to start getting in front of things and talking about, you know, hey, we're looking at this, or hey, we hear this. Like, they cannot just ignore every...
Yeah, Game Law destroyed that, Sammy. Game Law destroyed that for me.
Like, maybe I'm naive, but I like to believe that they're at least considering all of this stuff we're putting out in the public space, and we're, you know, all the conversations we're facilitating. But they have got to do a better job about communicating to us that they are aware, so we can shut up and move on to other things.
I mean, to be fair, they did talk about
facts, Sammy.
Eclipse, even though it was post Eclipse finishing when they finally did make their statement.
Yeah,
they still haven't said anything about Sparrow Racing. They put the patch out, but they haven't said anything about it, any plans or what.
Yeah, and beyond that, I mean, talking a bit more about like the audience and stuff.
That's basically what happened to Fallout 84. Two man, they removed the jetpacks and changed so many things I gave up.
I mean, just to be frank,
at least not until the Hell Has swimsuit comes out in a couple of days.
Well, I mean, it's not anime.
Like Aztecross said, we need that Marasov swimsuit outfit, and then we'll start getting some players.
So I'm not really like diverse in the gacha market, but is that really what the catch is for the gacha games? Is that
it is?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the Uwu characters.
Go play some ZZZ real quick, and then
you about to corrupt my mind, aren't you?
Gooner bait, man. Gooner bait. I do love ZZZ though. Just to clarify, I'm not a hater.
I wouldn't be
first descendant skin.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be opposed to a maid outfit for Gwen. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I said well, Gothic.
Another thing that at least some people have mentioned to me is that there's not really any systems in play that people can whale on that if they want to whale on. You know what I mean?
The monetization wise, they missed the mark. There's really much cosmetic wise. They're releasing weapon skins very slowly.
Yeah, because I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on this. Because, like, for example, I came from Summoner's War, which is a big gacha game as well, and they would have things where there not only would there just be a lot of like renewable packages that you could buy, kind of like the bundles in our game, but they would be like almost a nonstop limit that you could whale into, which would actually help contribute into like I guess our version of artifacts in that game. But they would also have a lot of incentives for like different like skins and things of that nature for the collectors that really care about those kinds of things. Collectors and stuff would be able to whale on those things as well. and I just kind of want to know what your guys' opinion on, like, do you think it would help the game if there was more systems that could allow people to whale if they want to, or do you think that would drive away the more free-to-play friendly crowd?
I feel like it would try to drive away free-to-play friendly, or even like the low spender crowd regardless, just because they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I'm stuck here in this stage of progression, and Mr. Moneybags over here got every single character maxed out.
Yo, thank you for that follow. I quit smoke. You quit smoking? GG's, man. Congratulations on that, yo. It's wild ride.
You could just infinitely refresh.
Yo, let me know. Let's go, chat. Let them know, chat. Who am I?
Instantaneously. People were
PSPs don't feel the flow. Hey, let's go. Thank you for that follow. How we feeling today?
People the resources to just buy the exotic colors. Like, we're gonna see some issues probably.
Absolutely.
Well, like there's a few different strategies they could do. So like, again, I came from Diablo Immortal, which is heavy pay to win options. You can literally just dump a whole credit card and cap it to get enough power and just be infinitely stronger than anyone else. Or there's like Call of Duty Mobile, where you literally, it's more skill based, but there's a plethora of different tiers of like cosmetics you can buy, and people still drop $300 on a pull just to get that, like, you know, really fancy skin. Either way, they just, I think it was your original point, Nova. They just had to pick what they want to do and then just commit to that strategy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like going cosmetic only is going to be the best route for monetization going forward.
Yes,
they want to take a route from Bungie. Just start charging people for some fancy ass emblems, and they'll start making some real bank off emblems.
So here's the real problem that we have here, like, because it's not as.
How'd you find us, by the way? I quit smoking. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me introduce myself to you too, by the way. I go by the name of One Wing Angel, aka the Poppy of Speedstorm, Father 5 level 34, and the favorite color combos purple and blue. Y'all already know how we do. We also love anime and pro wrestling too.
Look at the root.
Let's go, chat.
And the reason that there's not more whaling options is because they want this game to hardcore appeal to the audiences that are not gacha players.
Yeah.
But they want the gacha players to cost. So they want gacha player money, but they don't want gacha player uncaps, if that makes sense. Like they're putting restrictions in that aim to make it fair, because they don't know what they want the game to be.
Let's go.
And that's a huge problem. It's the reason that I made that entire video where I said, here's what I'd do, right? Because they have to pick a side. They can't keep straddling the line.
Yo, what up, Rockstar? How we doing today, my guy?
If they continue to, it's only going to get worse, because right now Destiny 2 is in horrible shape. I mean, it's the peak cap, and I'm not even trying to hate on the game. I've put probably, oh god, not even counting the hours. I every single time there was a season launch, I would put $100 to $200 in for cash shop items, right? Every single time.
Damn.
Yo, happy Friday, Nasty Nast. How we doing today?
Over there. I bought the game on
part of the issue?
Do what?
Do you think that's part of the issue? Is that because D2 is in such a bad state, it's impacting Destiny Rising now?
Almost,
definitely.
Yes, like remember that 70% drop in viewership that I talked about before? That maps directly onto Destiny 2 according to a recent sweat cycle.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, right?
Because you sick? What's going on? Nasty, hope you feel better.
Into a situation where the D2 creators nowadays, a lot of them are just saying, if you don't like it, leave. Stop coming in and complaining. And I can get it, because it's got to grate on you when you've got. But when you tell people to go somewhere else and then they go somewhere else, it's a ripple effect. That's what happens, you know? That's why, as a creator, one of my things is I'm going to try to elevate even the voices I don't agree with as much as possible, because there's different perspectives on it. But in order to actually like bring this back, Destiny Rising has to somewhat separate itself from Destiny 2. They have to. The name is not.
Yo, what up, Sonny? How we doing today, my guy?
And, you know, the first route to that, they have to pick an identity.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Be a looter shooter, but you have to commit to it. And that's just my opinion, but.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone here agrees that there has to be a point where they have.
It's in a very, very horrible state, Nessa. Like their player base dropped dramatically. Their biggest content creators are taking breaks, and that's never really happened. Like Destiny's been in bad states before, but not this bad.
Yeah, and they put themselves in.
I'm doing good, Papa. We're doing a roundtable about Destiny Rising and the state of the game and what can happen to improve it.
I didn't even know there was a new Destiny game. Or B, I'm never touching a gacha game
it's bad. It's bad.
I love the game.
And it's sad because that's one of the games that I truly love, and I've been playing since day one. To say that it's in now is very sad.
So we've talked a lot about I think we all agree that there's an identity problem. What identity do we think is best for the game and the community based off what we currently have?
Shooter, 100% the looter shooter identity.
I feel like we're all gonna say that because we all don't like the gacha system.
Yeah, 80% or more of this audience is Destiny players, whether they're like Destiny players and gacha players, but predominantly they're Destiny players or previous Destiny players.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing, Bungie has shown that Destiny is a profitable series, and you've made almost
let's go, cowgirl.
than Destiny currently is. So you can
Those around me, they call me
without making it a horrible.
They call me Poppy.
What's going wrong? Somebody asked in chat too, and I'm not fully aware because I haven't played Destiny 2 in probably 9 years. What is wrong with Destiny 2? Like, what is all the Destiny?
God, where to start? That's a whole separate video.
It's a very long discussion.
Yeah, I'll try to summarize. They created this thing called the portal that basically takes every activity and puts it into one thing, and they made gear for that portal called portal gear, and that is pretty much everything that drops. They lowered the power grind to
right there,
like +1. Now I think it's up to +3 or 4 light per drop, and then they reset everybody back down to 10 light, and the cap was 450 for a while. Now it's up to 550. So it just the gameplay's monotonous. 90% of stuff is basically sunset, because if it's not in the portal, you can't get power gear from it. So that's the real problem. Is they basically did a soft reset, and people are just not pleased.
They've also made everything way too.
How was your Friday, Cal?
Yep.
Yeah, the activities are no longer enjoyable.
Yeah, I just literally can't. Like, if I want to grind for power and gear, I can't play with my wife anymore. Like, she just going into a grandmaster with my wife. Like, it's not happening.
Sorry, babe.
I want to play Destiny and I want to feel strong. I want to feel badass. I don't want to have to struggle and fucking sweat my ass off for like 20 minutes straight every play session.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, back to I think we should
-90 for a +1.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Yep. And they just put mandatory deltas into place starting next week. So. That's basically they've made it difficult. That's all.
Yeah, it's more than that, but
I mean, even the big content creators are taking breaks.
Talking about all the issues, we'd be here all day.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a good segue into the next topic, the poor material income / high material cost in Destiny Rising.
Oh yeah,
that's the big one.
I just want to see mythic quality materials in basic loot pools. Just make it like a fucking 2% drop chance or something. Anyway, I can sit there and start grinding.
Yeah, they gotta rethink the pinnacle system.
100%.
I've said it multiple times. There are so if you look at other gacha games, there are say 100% items, right?
Ooh, what you guys gonna get, Sonny? What you guys gonna get?
Through, you could use your quote unquote pinnacle energy over there, but you have the ability to gain more pinnacle energy, and 80% of them are grindable. So the only things that really aren't are like the high end talent tree and stuff like that items that you can get 3-4 times a week. Well, they have 20% of the material
sounds fire
game without pinnacle, and the other 80 are behind the pinnacle wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then in addition to the 80 being behind the pinnacle wall, we get 50% of the pinnacle energy that
like what games would people switch to? That's a good question. I'm curious to see what these guys got to say.
So
personally, I don't know, because there is no game like Destiny right now. That's the problem.
For things are varied. Like if you
so many games try to copy, they failed.
In Wuthering Waves, you go to the playlist that drop items for weapons, and they generally drop 90%.
Okay, like yo, how we doing, Caldo? Dímelo, papa. Let's go, chat. We're doing a Destiny Rising roundtable. See, the thing with Borderlands is the OG looter shooter.
In order to get your fruit,
but Borderlands' endgame is not like Destiny's endgame. So like, that's what separates Destiny from Borderlands. Is the endgame.
I mean, it's just.
I don't think Borderlands is going to be adding waves or anything like that. But if they did, that would be crazy. Warframe is in a bad state too, from what I heard.
As well as the energy system.
Might have a hot take, so please check me. Is it because So no, I'm going to start this hot take with I don't think that what we have is good, right? I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but is it because there isn't a clear end game? And they're concerned that we can just rush and be done with the game.
Oh
right?
no,
So, like,
Rockstar, hope you get that replacement. Definitely give them a call, but like, yo, this TV came in damaged. I need a replacement.
You think that's their concern, or is it truly just a system that, you know, we need more to level up more?
I think it might just be like they don't.
That is a bit of a concern. And somebody else want to go first?
Yeah, I think they just don't understand like the Destiny player's mindset. Like, I want to just have the high level characters so I can play all the different characters, so I can just grind and enjoy the activities as them. I want to be able to play like Eclipse and Gauntlet Onslaught with, you know, like a Tal if I want, or any other character.
That's good.
I don't want to have to spend, you know, 8 months trying to level up every character to 70k so I can use them in Calamity Ops. I want to be able to play these characters and try them, and I just can't because I'm restricted by all these materials.
I don't really think.
I mean, I don't play Warframe, but I know from what people are saying when they say Warframe can replace Destiny. A lot of people are saying Warframe don't have the end game that Destiny has. Really
rewarding to.
And when I say Destiny is so unique,
me as
like there really isn't another game like it. With the mechanics, your guardians, your subclasses, your raids, your dungeons, like. So much in Destiny that I don't think there's no other game that can replicate it. I mean, Halo is the original Destiny. You know what I'm saying? It's from the same company.
They want to use it,
but I don't think so.
They want to have it, and they want to have it upgraded.
Listen,
so they can just feel like that they've done it.
As a hardcore, like the only game I played for years was Destiny, right? As a former extremely hardcore, diehard Destiny guy. This is my perspective. I want everything maxed so I can literally shit on 100% of content. I want to walk in and glance at a crowd of dregs and watch them die instantly. I don't want to fire a bullet. I want them to die from my aura. Okay? And most Destiny players think that way. They want cool guns. Like it's nice if it's cool, but we want to be ridiculously overpowered. We want that power fantasy, that god mode. I am a lion looking down at ants type of feeling. And this game actually nails that when you overpower for things. I've seen. So the only problem is that, like,
he said aura.
This is the biggest thing.
Like Sun's aura farming.
And I want Royal Contravene because we got Hellhest coming out.
Yo, what up, Mary J? How we doing today? How was your weekend so far? What you got planned for today? And that goes for anybody in chat. What you guys got fun planned for this weekend?
C3. There's no drivable path where I can get that weapon to C3 within a reasonable time frame. And
I did the math for it yesterday. I think it's around like 1,600 pinnacle energy to get the materials to max out an exotic.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
That's if you get lucky with Photons.
That is wild.
If you get lucky with Photons, because if you don't get lucky with Photons, then you have to add on all those black market coins that you
yeah.
I have never gotten a Photon to drop. I have only gotten
a one.
I bought all of mine from the black market.
Same.
I think it's when you need 7 to max out. Yeah.
4.
So 7 1% chances.
Miami final. We're tomorrow morning. Hey, let's go, Carlo. You excited?
Who was it? Was it you that said it was 66.666% or 66.666 runs?
Well, what a number!
What a number!
What a number!
Yeah, they're the bane of my existence. It's not shocking, right? But you know, the thing is, you know, a lot of people, especially if they get a cool gun, like we're not talking about 3 to 5 exotics here. We're talking about 20, and in theory, there's going to be at least a couple more coming. With each update.
We know there's at least one more coming.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man.
I agree.
It's one of those things. Like you just
So it's the real goal is as a player, because I have very limited experience in Destiny.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I mean, like, what is it a pinnacle problem? Is it a grind problem? Is it a lack of an end game that we're lost on? But you're thinking like the general community just wants the ability of easily maxing characters to get that sort of power.
Well, not easily,
feeling.
no.
Well,
like,
not easily.
Yeah,
they just want to be able to do
grindable
it.
way.
Yeah, we just want to be
grindable
able
way.
to do it. Like, if it takes freaking 20 hours to max out a character, or
Right.
hell, if it takes 40 hours to max a character, people will do it.
Yeah.
100%. If you give me,
As long as there's like a clear path and it's not like some really asinine bullcrap, kind of like how Singular
1.5%.
Chaos is right now.
Yeah, like we're talking. I believe we're talking at least a month per character at the moment, which
And
is,
that's just for the material costs, and that's not even
Yeah.
to get them to like max. That's just to get them to like base 200 artifacts, a fully built exotic, and their relic as well.
I have a question for you guys.
And
Do
the
you
weapons.
think if they swapped Expanse and Calamity to weekly instead of bi-weekly, would it be a huge fix to the problem?
I think it would help.
it will help, but it won't be a fix.
It would help, but like,
Because you're doubling you're doubling not only the clusters, you'd be doubling fruits, you'd be doubling lumina leaves, you'd be doubling whatever those stupid ring things are to refractor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd be
but-
doubling all that in the Expanse per month.
I'm
but-
really hesitant to like say just move it to a weekly thing without also just addressing the rest of the material income stuff, because you also have to like remind yourselves that we have to be casual friendly. Like, I know pretty much everybody here probably isn't a casual player. But we
Ooh,
still
sounds like
want
a fun
it to be casual
time.
friendly, even if it isn't a casual.
Definitely
game.
enjoy the time with your mama,
We
man.
want to give them the time to be able to pursue these goals, because if they only have one weekend to try this version of the Expanse, and then a week passes and then it's fully reset, it's brand new stages, brand new modifiers, brand new cards, and maybe even like completely swap their element. They could have been building up let's say their Estella for that entire week, and maybe they don't get it that weekend, and then the next week it's freaking let's say Void and I don't know piercing.
Right.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they can't use the Stella, so they have to then build a different character, and
That's true.
Fair.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
that
the
kind of
rewards
rat race
reset
is-
weekly, but the I guess modifiers, if you will, reset on a different cadence. So, 'cause, I mean, I agree that you need the cadence. You need to have a sort of beginner friendly model where anyone can pick up the game and understand, okay, cool, I like this game or not, without scaring them with being overwhelmed. And I think we're close to that right now with how many different material upgrades there are, and that's without even knowing how impossible it is to fully upgrade something.
Yeah, too many materials. I feel like also, I mean, if you're adding the looter shooter aspect to this game, you can't have a looter shooter and cap people from looting, because at that point, you're scaring away the looter shooter player base, because it's like, well, I can't really progress because nothing that I'm getting, the basic rewards don't mean anything. You need the rewards that are from the pinnacle energy.
What Destiny players love seeing the number go up.
Oh yeah, big number go up.
Oh yeah,
big number.
Big number go up.
Big number go big.
Monkey brain happy.
And someone in chat is even talking about. Someone in chat's even talking about just being able to refund our exotic materials. Like, say, you dumped into a character. If you're a casual player, you know what I mean?
Okay, but here's the deal. Like, I would much rather just have the ability to build multiple exotics rather than just like shuffle around my materials, because that's ultimately.
Agreed. If they had a system in place that made it easier to just have multiple exotics built, I'd take that any day over having to like max all your things into one. But at least at the moment, as it stands, it feels like. The exotic infusion cores, I'm like being fully free to play and stuff like
facts, man, facts
on a weekly basis. That it's just like I have to like.
Yo, Garlo, man, Bad Bunny to the Super Bowl, my guy.
4 at a time.
Bad Bunny to the Super Bowl, Garlo.
4 at a time for all that pinnacle energy's worth it.
It's probably not, but your boy needs some exotic infusion.
I mean, I'm just gonna say straight up, if Pandora was not coming to me daily with 40 cores and a photon, I would not be anywhere close to maxing Hamiri.
I feel like if they were to take that route, you're just having people playing inventory management the game.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you're-
and
you're
that's
like,
I got a whole video ready. I did it this morning before I went live. I couldn't post it, but I do have it. I do have it. Just gotta edit it down to like 59 seconds, and that's the hardest part right now for
my
me.
resources over, and then you want to go to the next activity that requires, instead of Ningfei, it requires, Gwen. You're just gonna take it. It's
why are you scared, Carlo? Why are you scared?
Asking for people to be playing inventory management at that point.
Like,
but you are losing a bit of resources every time you reset. It's not a lot. It's like 10%, but you are losing
10% of the infinite glimmer I have.
Yeah. So, I feel like now we could move on to the next one, which I feel like moving pretty cleanly into that. The terrible RNG on basically everything, and I have listed low artifact drop rates, refactoring, just that entire system.
Yeah.
Exotic mods in general, decals for some reason, photons.
Decals.
Yeah,
decals.
The artifacts
me either.
are real bad. Yesterday, I think I had.
I don't either, Carlo.
Pinnacle energy, so I had probably close to like 200 pinnacle energy, and I dropped it all in chaos, and I had enough to maybe refactored twice. Like when you get to the point where it takes 12 of it, it's crazy.
It's twice in like a base 180. Like as soon as you get to like 190 or 200, like especially 200, like it's pretty much guaranteed that you have to hit that pity every single time. I don't think I've ever seen somebody with like a base 200 artifact get like it before pity or even get more than a +1 attribute point. Actually like somebody in my server actually did the number crunching, if I can pull that up. I think it was in the Destiny Rising builds channel.
Yeah, it's insane.
Real quick. Oh, yep. So yeah, here is essentially the artifactual essence. I have it on stream right now. To take something from attribute level 195 all the way up to 220, it would take 770 artifactual essence.
Jeez.
From 195 to so that's already starting out really good. Like 195, that's a goated artifact drop. The highest I've ever seen like a base artifact drop, I think was 209, and I saw that like once. I've seen like 2 artifacts.
No, 100%, Carlo. 100%.
Base 200.
And they still haven't fixed it where basics are still dropping low, right?
Yeah,
I haven't kept an eye on it.
I mean, you say fixed, but that's intentional game design.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like. From my perspective, I'm looking at it as like I get a high one to drop and I start leveling that, and then I farm basic ones so I can attribute transfer over later.
That's the way you got to do it. That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah,
but, I mean, it keeps giving me Valiant Veils on my Ningfei, even though I already got that 209 roll.
What's everyone's thought on the elemental lock on exotic?
I mean, if I could actually grind my exotics, I'd be okay with it. But personally, I just don't really see any reason why the elemental lock exists, considering that there's not really any sort of like actual identity between the artifacts. If it was a different system, like if we had like exotics that were actually like exotic armor in Destiny 2, where you could only equip one, and it had a very unique perk, then I could definitely be okay with them having some lockout, maybe some elemental lockouts. But honestly, I feel like a rolled lockout would work a lot better than an elemental lockout.
I feel like that would have been an interesting system if they made it so you could equip 3 of the mythic artifacts, and then there was like 1 exotic artifact, and that exotic artifact had like completely different special perks, like stat effects compared to the mythic ones to make them feel more like exotic armor.
I agree.
feel like it would be better to just have a separate exotic slot.
Yeah.
Because if we did it that way, then it would basically just be like, okay, which slot has like the worst artifacts compared to like the worst mythics compared to the exotics.
True.
Or like which exotic can I not live without? And
hey yo, let's go, Carlo.
Like
that's what I'm talking about, Papa. That's what I'm talking about.
Like very exclusive, very powerful. And I already talked about some other ideas of what they could do, and it should be like some really character changing stuff. One thing that I mentioned was a void item in Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain 2 specifically. It took the ukulele, which originally is an item where when you hit an enemy, it would like spread some lightning out to other targets. But the corrupted version of that item made it so that the extra damage would just then be like focused onto the same target. So I was thinking like an exotic like that with, I don't know, like Caber or Ningfei, that'd go insane.
You can have even something like the different Nova bombs, like say Ikora, instead of having one like Slova bomb, you could have an artifact that switches it into like a 3 split like we had in Destiny 1.
I don't really think it would be a good idea to make it like character specific changes like that. Maybe just like some general changes, because like obviously something chain lightning, that's something that pretty much every single, well, not every single character, but it's something that a lot more characters can make use of. But you know, obviously something like
America, Carlo, America.
Like, I don't know, the cluster Nova bomb that's just specific to Ikora.
True.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, like characters and things that are locked to characters? What are you guys' opinions on, like, what if they ever change the game so that any character could kind of play any weapon kit?
I don't think that's going to be possible. It would break too many things because of the kit identities.
They would have to rework a lot of stuff. I definitely feel like they could open it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like a toy
Yo, how we doing, Red Flame? I'm doing good. How are you? The Serbian Queen herself is in the building. Hope you're having a fantastic day.
My suggestion is
like you think Ningfei is crazy with Mahamiri? Imagine giving Ningfei like sniper rifle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you intended that to be bad, but I think you just kind of got all of us excited.
No, I intended it to be good. But yeah. So I mean, obviously,
my thing is, keep it in the same family, right? Like let them. So if you've got scout rifles, what's the difference between, or snipers? What's the difference between letting them use a sniper or letting them use a linear? It's the same effect, right? Because they're both piercing.
Yeah.
Let them stay within the Shinka addressment types. Definitely make more new characters with multiple Shinka addressment abilities, like Finala and Wolf, but particularly a 5-star, preferably. But you know,
it could have been crazy, but I could have heard someone saying that in the Chinese beta, Wolf was able to switch between 3 different weapon types. Maybe I misheard someone, but I might have been mishearing from someone just spewing shit. But I could have heard someone say that only Wolf was allowed to switch weapon types at some point.
I don't know. I heard something
got that
about that as well. I didn't see any like actual confirmation on it.
Okay.
I mean, moving a bit further into the RNG department, exotic mods. That entire system.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
please.
so
I have like 5. I have like 5. Please give me some more.
So
I didn't realize until 2 days ago that the perk actually increases your power as well. I thought it was just like, here's a little bonus to make your perks a little bit stronger. I didn't realize it actually increased your power as well.
Yeah.
Yep. So none of the exotic mods that I have so far actually match any other perks that I want to put them on.
I have one. I have one on my total lockdown.
Yeah, so not only do you have a chance at getting an exotic mod on a weekly or daily locked out resource, being either Pinnacle Energy at an extremely low percentage, or from your frontline keys, or you know, let's just be honest, you're getting all of them from your challenge keys. But even like right now, where I've got almost an entirely maxed out like exotic drop, like mod drop chance, I'm at 40.
Oh yeah, Team PR all the way, Papa.
Days where I load in, I spend 2 keys and I get.
We're gonna get that W, Carlo. We're gonna get that W. Sunday at 4 p.m. is when that match happens.
How many of you have gotten mod drops from the 14% from like strikes or something like that? Maybe one.
I think I got one from strikes, but I've definitely gotten a couple from.
I got one from my commander ops yesterday, but it's very rare.
Like I feel like I've gotten more exotics than I have exotic mods. Like
yeah, for real.
Chance
no, for real.
14%.
I think the other issue I have with it is that they obviously didn't plan it very well, because there's some perks that you just can't get there. Like for example, I think it's the Del 3, the Void Pulse Rifle on Tan. The God Roll perk on the 3rd slot, you can't get the bonus for it. The Exotic Scout Rifle ammo mod doesn't roll with that perk bonus. It's impossible to get.
Yep, yeah. I noticed that too. And I think that's partly because it's different from the beta. When we played the beta, the mod system was completely night and day from what it is now.
I'm going to be honest, I preferred the beta system more for the mods.
I did too.
Yeah. But like right now we're dealing with it's really difficult to actually get your hands on the mod. And once you actually get your hands on the mod, then it's like, okay, did I get the right, like let's say you got the right mod for the right slot. Did you get the right perk upgrade? And if you got the right perk upgrade, did you get the right
Random
damage
rolls.
increase? Like,
Yeah.
yep. Did you get the right rolls for it? Because, like, straight up, there are some weapons where if you didn't get the right thing or if you got the wrong thing, it's back to the.
That's the thing. I feel like even without like for both this and like artifacts and artifact refactoring, I feel like even without like with unlimited pinnacle energy, unlimited resources, it would still take an insane amount of time to like farm perfect rolls. So it's like
it's RNG on top of RNG.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And frankly, like I feel like if we could just grind this stuff, it wouldn't be nearly as much of a problem.
I'll tell you what they need to do, and somebody mentioned this in that Reddit post that I made. They need to take the exotic mods, put them on front lines as a 3% drop on basic rewards, and call it a day. Do it the same way they do the exotic artifacts in Chaos. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then I'd have to play front lines all day.
Yeah, but
I got one exotic from front lines, so they exist.
Well, yeah, I got 2 exotics from single chest opening. It happened on stream, and everybody was upset about it.
You got to just use that fish buff.
Yeah, you and
the fish buff. Oh yeah, of course.
If you know, you know.
Yep. So, and you know, after that, I had written decals, and can I just say, like, I love the decal. Well, I love the decal system. A lot of the decals look bad.
That's fair.
But there are a few decals that look really good, especially with the glows active.
I've seen a few people have them on with them actually look half decent, but I would say that's like 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time I see someone using a decal, I'm like, you look like you just threw up on yourself.
Yeah. But so you have to, one, get the decal, obviously, and they're all single use, and it, like, if you remove it, it's gone forever. 2, you got to get the rare drop of the exotic decal upgrade. 3, you have to actually have the exotic decal upgrade, you know, actually work when you apply it to the decal. And 4, you have to actually get the decal.
I will say, guys, one thing that I don't want
is a random chance.
Is this game to die.
I know
I don't want Destiny to die.
Like 40% to.
I feel like
succeed. Is that
true
for the
game Destiny has there's too much potential to just go to waste.
40% with like 40% chance, and it consumes the materials that you use if you don't.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that percentage got worse as you went up the tiers or if it stayed the same.
Yeah. So
they just gotta bring in shaders.
Honestly, let us put decals on weapons as well. Like, that'd be so cool.
I'm surprised.
No, 100%.
Very tiny little thing there, and then obviously moving on to photons. I believe we already talked about photons and how bad.
Yeah, we already talked about.
Yeah.
Done with those materials.
Next up on the topic list, I had the very small amount of content, and that includes the current weapons available for the units. So I feel like the amount of content that we have available right now would have been really good for a month. A month and a half?
Pushing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm more than happy with the content we have. I think it's I think it's a good amount. I like there's tons of different activities to play. The weapons are definitely a little bit lackluster with each character only having really like 2 options to use.
If we had better like rewards, I feel like I'd be a bit more positive on the amount of content that we have available.
I can sit there in chaos all day, man.
You get to the point where you've gone through like your 1000th chaos run, and you're just like, man, I am so tired of this.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think with the state of the materials and the pinnacle energy and stuff like that, like the amount of content that's in the game would be good if we were able to grind the materials to boost our characters up to go for leaderboard runs, because I feel like that's the bread and butter, is the leaderboard runs, the calamity options and stuff like that. But we don't have the resources to get these certain characters up there. We have to pick and choose.
And, you know, obviously beyond that, I had listed the amount of weapons that are available for units, because straight up, there are only like 1 to 2 weapon options, and oftentimes one of those 2 weapon options are just completely bad. And it's even worse when you've only got 1 weapon option on a character and that weapon is bad.
Yeah, I think Intel only has 1. There's only 1 mythic hand cannon, right?
Way.
Yeah, there's one.
Yo, where's my void auto rifle?
just like straight up do not have good primaries. Wolf has like the biggest 5 out of 10 primary in the entire game.
Ikora.
Ikora,
No,
Sisterhood of
don't
Points.
diss
Ikora
that
the
GL,
goat.
man. That GL puts in work. Okay.
Serious.
Doesn't fleet.
I am 100% serious, man.
To be
Oh, you
fair,
are?
I
Okay.
recently ran a legendary campaign with like a 70k Ikora, and I was like, man, this actually slaps.
I'm going to assume you borrowed that 70k Ikora, right?
70k
Fucking
Ikora is
emote
crazy.
showing up in chat already.
All right. But yeah, like we just need more weapons for the characters in general,
Yeah, I
especially
feel like
when
that's
they're
an issue
locked.
that's gonna
Like,
go away as we get more
Yeah,
updates. So it's a temporary issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a temporary issue, but like when we have characters, it really sucks to just be like this long into a patch and we just got like no weapons across any of the things.
I think what increased that issue as well is the fact that we know that there's weapons that they could have been putting in stuff and they didn't.
Yeah.
Like the raid weapons for Eclipse, the bad juju for the Morgan's Prey event.
I mean, and there's also straight
100%.
up a bunch of weapons that there's straight up a bunch of weapons that are in promotional material that just aren't in the game. Like if you go to the claim menu right now, you will see Wolf holding an AR that has not appeared in
You working, Carlo?
alpha, beta, or launch of the game.
Yeah, where's all our guns at,
The
yo?
question, though,
Where's
is
the
that- is
void
that-
auto rifle?
Is that an actual mock-up or is that just art? Because the question is it an actual thing from the game or is it just something drawn? It's a 3D render?
How long do you have? How long do you have? But yeah,
that was we did talk about superposed photons. So I feel like we went through that, decent pace. The talk about the amount of content and weapons available. I mean, it's a very self-evident issue.
Yeah. Can we talk about, just to insert a little bit, can we talk about the new character? Do we think that'll bring...
you have about
is
6
that
hours left.
nice to have, or is that going to bring any more energy to the game?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like this character is gonna be the biggest flop ever.
Do you really? Like from a damage or just from an overall acceptance?
From an overall acceptance, because this is a game with Ningfei in it.
Literally.
And we saw that trailer. She had 0 movement abilities. She is Arc Estella. She will move like a brick. And it doesn't matter if like she hits like a brick, because like that's gonna be doubling up on arc stuff. Like you'd probably just be better off running 2 Ningfeis like a Tantu or an Umeko in the upcoming Calamity Ops. I mean, she's probably gonna be good in her own expanse. If
I don't understand why they did 2 summoners back to back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and the other thing is that she is using very, very uncommon weapon types for like many units.
For sure.
I mean, for one, like brand new weapon type bow. So nobody's going to have any bows, and very few people are going to be having, well, I say very few people, but there aren't going to be as many precision mods rolling around in people's inventories.
Yep. Agreed.
So
Yo, we got to squad up on Croft World, Carlo. For real.
And especially when there are other characters who will probably be able to deal with piercing Shin, because she's gonna have to do some like really, really crazy stuff. Because if all she does is like buff damage, or like have crazy good clear and buff damage, like people aren't really.
I feel that. I'm happy that I'm off work today, yo. I'm off every other Friday, and that's amazing. 3-day weekends, I love them.
Relent on being able to like run 2 Ningfeis. Because like right now in the current Calamity Ops, people aren't even running a Stella anymore. They're running 2 Ningfeis and a Yola or a Gwyn.
Yep.
Yeah,
those
that
in
sucks.
D2? Like, is that going to be part of the issue at all, do you think?
I mean,
they were really that great.
I think they were more fun than great.
Yeah,
there's been a few great ones like Le Monarch and a few others, but
Trinity Ghoul, which is coming to this game.
Yeah, but to be fair, like every character
Man,
can do
I know you don't
things,
just
so
come in that
Trinity
motherfucker
Ghoul
one
brings
day.
it.
Just come, I promise you. It was a fun time.
Great. Before we had like every single character and ability being able to clear an entire room of red bars.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah, and we already have similar stuff like that in Destiny Rising. I mean, Ningfei is literally just risk running the character.
It really is.
Yep.
Man, that's the problem I have is I want to run Calamity Ups with Ningfei, but I don't have there's not enough energy and mats to get them up there to power.
I mean, I feel like we can just like go to this topic. I mean, we're already talking about like quote the Ningfei agenda and future metas of this game. Like, frankly, I don't really see how they can move on going forward with like the current endgame setup. Because it's literally just going to be like Ningfei and whatever character fills the other side of what's needed in the Calamity Ops.
I agree with that.
Someone's saying they have footage of a wave frame grenade launcher with Ikora.
Oh yeah, that's from the beta. It was usable it was usable in a what's called.
I don't remember that from the beta.
It was usable in a character trial.
Oh, interesting.
It was either the character trial or the tutorial. It was a wave frame grenade launcher, and I believe we also like saw some knowledge about the Foundry, and that's some spoiler stuff. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I think a wave frame for Ikora would be weird, especially if you have to deal with flying enemies.
Well, actually, the wave frames in this game, they will have like impact detonation.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
From what I've seen, every grenade launcher has impact detonation built in.
Ooh, I like that.
So, like, even if it's like a wave or something like that, it'll still, if you hit them directly, it's still gonna blow.
Yeah.
So,
but the main problem is one, it's like currently it's a gacha, so they can't nerf Ningfei. But the other issue is that even if they could nerf Ningfei, if they did nerf Ningfei or they nerfed his weapon, that is going to cause such an uproar, especially right now, because everybody knows how good he is. And I'm frankly convinced that everybody who has Ningfei, unless they absolutely hate him, is probably building their Ningfei right now as we speak.
Oh, totally.
And what did I say during the beta, Phi? I said, one day people will understand the Ningfei supremacy.
Look, man.
The issue is that every single activity for endgame materials is built around speedrunning. There's no survivability activities.
There's no endurance content
so all of the movement characters have a huge advantage at the moment. There's nothing to say like an activity where Tan 2 would be amazing because he has it would allow him to survive longer than any other character. Or like a Yolder with her insane defense or healing. It's basically just like go fast or don't get anything.
Yeah, I mean like even in the current expanse, which like the current solar expanse, which is heavily shielded towards Estella, they've got ability cards, they've got like freaking multiple spots where you can you're literally just standing still on a plate or defending an area, like you're not doing any movement whatsoever, and Ningfei's are still gapping her by like an entire minute or more.
Oh yeah.
I'm literally doing it right now too.
Yeah.
On Ningfei.
I mean even in the Void Expanse,
this
like
man
Ningfei topping the leaderboard in the Void Expanse right now.
Yeah, I think that's Clay.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, frankly, I don't really see a way that they can continue on with the current model of the endgame without, either, doing something that's going to like really piss people off, which is either like nerfing a character or a weapon, or, like severely power creeping.
Agreed.
I think
both of those things would immediately kill the game, like straight up. Like,
I think their other main option is just adding in other endgame activity requirements besides speed running.
I mean, that's what happened in Wuthering Waves. They had primary content, which was essentially just like how fast can you clear the boss, and there were a bunch of characters where AoE was a large part of their strength. So what they wound up doing is they wound up creating a separate endgame, which was more focused on AoE content and how much damage that you can deal to a group of enemies, like waves of enemies.
Oh, thank God Ningfei's not good at that.
Well, like that's what happened.
No, I know.
That's the thing, like
there were some characters that were like really, really good at AoE, but not so good against bosses, and they wound up like rising all the way up to the top for that specific game mode. So,
and looter shooter players love their horde modes. Like,
yeah,
they love them.
Yo, I would love a horde mode.
Yep. Like if we get a piece of content where it's literally just progressive waves forever, and like the goal is to get as many waves cleared as possible, and the enemies are always increasing in difficulty, like they're dealing more damage, they're more aggressive, like they get extra modifiers on them.
To be fair, we've already seen that and how that changed the leaderboard. Kind of. We had Morgan's Hunt, and the top leaderboard team was 3 Estelas. So like it does change things up. God, I love that event. I didn't love the rewards, but I love the event.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the rewards were good for the first 15 chests, and then it just falls off too hard.
Maybe I just got unlucky because I didn't get shit.
Guaranteed
that
one
ties
exotic.
That ties into another topic that I had, which, skipping back a little bit, talking about the terrible event rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like Morgan's was close, but
Morgan's was the closest we got.
That's the fact. I do gotta practice some salsa moves, Papa.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah, it was a step in the right direction, and then
You drop en baile inolvidable, cosas de fe, vienes que meter a la salsita, Papa, con paso pro vida. I gotta practice on that salsa, Papa. I'm thinking about doing baile inolvidable pretty soon. I'm on day 4 of singing Bad Bunny songs until he shouts me out. So stay tuned. I will be posting that video later. It's a classic Bad Bunny song.
Basic claims in Morgan's. It's less than 2.
I want to test people's knowledge. How true of a fan of Bad Bunny you are? Do you know his first songs? Because I see a lot of top 10s, and a lot of people forget about his earlier music, and his earlier music was fire.
Same amount of pinnacle energy that would take to get the artifactual essences in Chaos, you'd be getting like high stat attribute exotics, and you'd also be getting elemental fruits. So you essentially get like 20 pinnacle.
Yeah, that's a fire song too. I mean, people forget about the older song like Di Messi,
Yeah, this event really
you got the
showed,
Mia, baby, Di Messi, te acuerdas. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic. I feel like people forget about that one. Amor for moda. Soy Peor, one of his original and his first singles.
Yeah, but even so,
how do you forget about those songs?
It's like
in the top 10 playlists of Bad Bunny.
Or an entire event.
Mind blown.
This would be different if this was like an event that was running alongside like a bigger event. Like this was a side event. But no, this is the primary.
Yeah, that was fire too.
That was being released for this final week of season 1.
Not even final. Is it last 2 weeks? This event runs 2 weeks as well, right?
Well, yeah, or final week of Act 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 2 weeks, and the rewards are like that. And not only that, and exactly the same as it comes to like the previous like leaderboard events, all of the cosmetic rewards outside of this like animated emblem that we've received for like leaderboard achievements, they are all temporary. They will go away.
Daff, you something else, bro. You something else, bro.
Frame, the Morgan Spray Shed frame, like probably who cares about it? Like,
yo, Daff, you fucking as hell.
I don't know, like freaking 2 months later into the game, being like, oh man, the Morgan Spray Shed frame. Like, I'm so sad I missed out on that.
Funny as hell. Daff got no filter, bro. What?
Like, oh, well, I mean, I had the Morgan Spray Shed.
This man just come out the room,
and 2 weeks later, it's gone. Like, it's basically the opposite of
yo, that's wild.
It's like, which is so stupid to me. Is like, okay, yeah, I can grind for this reward, but it's gonna be taken away from me. And even like the freaking founders.
Daff, you took me out, bro. You took me out.
The one I had the biggest issue with, because I can understand if they had the Morgan.
Lisa made others laugh, That's a fact, especially on a podcast we're talking about the state of the game. That's really not really good right now. We need some laughs in here, We need some laughs in here.
Like, it's weird.
Let me comment on this actually, because this is a little bit of an interesting thing. I'm continually getting notifications on the founders.
Oh,
if you look at it, it says Act 1. So there is going to be an Act 2 founders bundle, which is why they take it from you. But still, you paid for it. It should not be removed. Number one.
Oh, man, I needed that today. Yeah, everybody needs a good laugh here now and then,
Morgrans from our inventory, because
that was still wild as hell.
The event. When really all
like that, I was not expecting that. Like, that took me out.
Yeah.
Just make it where it gets a gold banner or something. That's all you have to do.
And they have the gilding system already in the game for the seals. So it's like...
Yeah. But I think what the most egregious one is the like Eclipse leaderboard.
The bunk bed man
the
cave is crazy.
You grinded for that position, and like obviously the only people who are going to care that much about the title are going to be like the top 10 or.
Hey yo, that's just fire though, man. I would love to have a little cubby hole right next to me like that. You know what I'm saying? But I have a kid, so I can't do that.
Yeah. I could have swore I read that, but I couldn't.
You thought I was feeling you? Hey, yo, the party, but you a munch with it for lunch. I bet you I'm a baddie and I get what I want. Hey,
the top 30 basically.
The party, yo, we gotta do that Crossroads festival, man.
Well, because the reward was that exotic ghost shell, and then the next day they were like, "Oh, so we're adding that into the loot pool."
Well, we already knew that the exotic ghost shell would be added to the loot pool. That was like, we knew about that before the event.
Hey, that'd be crazy.
It's like really funny. Like like all those people go through like top 20 or top 30, did all that work for it, and I go and do a basic claim and I get it on my first time going through a break-in.
To be fair, the top 30 got like 20,000 extra glimmer.
Oh, true.
That's why I completed it when it first came out with Sammy. Damn, so you're not gonna play with me, Departed?
Experiment is giving us.
That's why you a munch, bro. When you will probably be a munch.
Also talking about like spare event, the fact that we don't even get a pull, like not even a single standard pull.
They're being very stingy on pulls.
Like
it's because the gacha system's so generous, they're being like that too. I almost
exactly. That's why basically every single gacha creator who will say like, oh wow, yeah, I mean like they got rid of the 50-50 or like this is when it comes to gacha games in general, not specifically Destiny Rising. But when they talk about like gacha systems, they always warn players when
no lies, touch grass.
They got rid of 50-50 or they've got a very low pity, because every single time like something like that happens, it doesn't really matter how many pulls it takes or how low the rates are or how high the rates are, if you get enough pulls regardless. Because like when it comes to freaking Wuthering Waves, you get like 100 pulls or so per patch.
Them trying to move when your neighbor is parked in a non-parking spot? That's crazy.
Some people even get more pulls per patch. It varies, obviously.
Knock on his door and tell him to move.
Issues like getting a limited 5-star every single update. Regardless,
that's the thing. Like, be the limited 5-star you want. Well, hold on, limited.
That's crazy.
Is the key there. I have lost every pity I've ever done in.
I will be knocking like the police,
except for one. Except for Yuno's the only one I haven't lost. I just won her the other day, so that's it.
Again, this rolls back to like the whole marketing towards Destiny players instead of gacha players. When you have someone who like me who comes in who's
exactly Def, exactly
like Genshin for maybe a week when it came out.
Scare him a little bit.
System is fucking disgusting to me. Like, and especially like it's not as noticeable on my main account because I'm gonna be fair, like I whaled all the journey bundles. But when I started my free to play account, I still haven't pulled. I've been playing it for like probably over like I don't know 3 weeks at this point, and I haven't pulled a 5-star yet. I haven't pulled from the I haven't gotten a single 5-star from the event banner.
Yeah, Joe, I've been free to play since the beginning, and I still haven't even hit my 180.
Yeah, I haven't even hit my 60. So like it's not good. It's not a good spot for free to play players. That's for sure.
Absolutely not.
100%.
Friends Ryan was put together all of the Lumia sources from like everything on like a low spender perspective for like 60 pulls for a T0, okay? And including the Tree of Light's Blessing, which adds I think like 15 pulls a month. You were still only getting like 51 pulls.
Yo, Angel, that's some big ass statement you put out yesterday. Damn,
is getting like 35.
What statement? What statement did I do? Departed. What are you talking about?
Events, like minus events, but even so, like we can't even really.
Imagine back in the Mario Kart 64 days. That would be a crazy conversation, especially with all the stuff that you can do with Mario Kart and jump over shit and you get big shortcuts. Oh man.
Yeah, the fact that the Tree of Blessing also doesn't even give a pull a day is it's something else.
Yo, you remember that jump, Daft? Man, it's risky, but if you do it, you're pretty much winning.
Open a pack of cards every day. I think this game can let me get a draw every day.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one draw a day is not going to hurt anybody.
I mean, it's still 2 months to a fucking guaranteed, but
like, compared to other gacha games that I've played, the polling system is actually decent. It's pretty good, actually. And
that's the thing. When I
yeah, I've mentioned this before. Like the polling system in Destiny Rising is actually pretty good for like a low spender. However, it also kind of just ignores like all the other stuff like over here when it comes to like the gearing system in this game, and how if you're not like spending money on your keys and if you're not spending money on your pinnacle energy, then you're in like really tough spot.
Yep.
Yeah, free like keys are.
Warrior Stadium jump is amazing too.
I can't imagine trying to grab exotics on a free stick.
Yeah,
With the mushrooms, you'll jump in the corner, pop,
like,
and
I
jump
had
through it.
Chat the other day say they spent like 7.
Yo, my cousin used to hate when I used to hit him with those, and then also hit him with the other thing too, the Rainbow Road. They used to hate that.
Obviously, next up we've got like, can this game even continue as a gacha? And this was like directly after the future of the game metas. So, you know, like touching back on how it is right now with like Ningfei and other units who can frankly just like clear or are like just that top of the line of meta. Like could they even go forward in this game like in a sense where they can actually be selling units as a gacha game with characters like Ningfei? Because I said already, like, they can't nerf him because that would like kill the game, and they can't power creep him immediately because that would also ruin the game and like make everybody quit.
So let me ask what you mean. When you say, can this game continue as a gacha, do you mean exclusively as a gacha, or do you mean can we improve the system but still keep some gacha elements?
I mean,
what I mean is
my proposition.
What I mean is the whole Bato thing being toxic about hell. Yeah, that's crazy.
Too, but
like that was like no reason whatsoever.
Player logging in, you log in when the banner's live, you get a T0. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yo, what up, Panda? How we doing today? I'll keep y'all tab. I'm gonna go smash some fools with my try hard tactics in the league. All right, Papa, have a good one, yo. Get some good W's.
We're gonna give you 10,800 Lumia leaves per pack.
Yo, I'm the same way, man. When it comes to racing games, I just have a knack for it. But I think it's just games in general, though. Because shooting games, I have a knack for.
Pinnacle energy.
Rocket League, I have a knack for. Like, no matter what game I play, like if I'm really enjoying it and I'm focused on it, I do pretty good at it.
The energy you burned, that gives you the potential to earn 120 per day, just on energy alone. So there's that. So basically, you can get a T1 and you'll get the T0 for every character for free.
When you're coming over,
cosmetics onto the banner.
Panda.
So instead of just having
cosmetics,
put old
Miss, I will be here Tuesday, then Wednesday. It's now Friday.
Cosmetics, put them in there for draws, and keep the overflow. The talent tree stuff into the overflow crystals in the banner. So if whales want to come in and go to T6, they still got to draw to do it. The gotcha's still there. It's still functional. But people who just want a T0 can log in and they'll have their hero and there's no problems with it. That's just my thoughts on it.
Not bad. I feel like moving the cosmetics might be a little bit too, like, because they still need to make money, and cosmetics are a huge revenue source for them. I feel like putting cosmetics into the banner, and I feel like I'm more than happy with cosmetics being in the store. Obviously not to an egregious amount, like it's still a looter shooter. I'm going to want.
Yeah, it was messed up. The part of it was messed up.
But I feel like some stuff needs to stay in the store.
I feel like the cosmetic plus pay to progress route is going to be the best thing going forward. And yeah, like they can keep the gacha system. They just need to make it able to grind for characters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's our and
my
like,
friends called me a nugget one time because I died basically doing nothing.
There's not a market for like this new character.
I don't get it at first. I adapt quick, except on shooters. I struggle hard on those, so I just play them for fun. Yeah, it's like a hit or miss for me when it comes to
like I feel like
shooters, but like when I do good, I do good.
Because they know that's what's going to make them the money.
Like good morning, West Side. How we doing today, my guy?
Destiny lore. But again, if you want to be able to make that money, you have to.
I'll definitely be home today. Hey, yo, let's go. The girls has been asking about you. They're like, is TT home? Every time I pick them up, is TT home? I'm like, no, she's with Uncle Gio. Like, oh man. These girls are gonna be excited when they see you today.
So who's Fellwinter?
Shin Mall 4 with Mark RIP from my wallet.
No, it's a Gacha man.
All right.
He's the hologram on the new character's arm.
Yo, Nick, thank you for that gifted sub, my guy.
Somebody says, isn't CCC or
how are we doing today, my guy?
Ray 22 says, isn't CCZ having a problem right now with Helio trying to force people to go for the new units dropping? Wouldn't that happen to us as well?
I'm not too into caught up with the CCC stuff. Anybody else keep up?
I mean, like,
this is the only
when it comes to like just pull the new unit for like the new content, that's just Gacha in general. Like every single Gacha does that.
You do the new Sonic Crossworld event?
And it really
yo, chat, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to well out on the mid-season. Scrooge.
Pull the new unit and
your boy broke.
If you don't pull the new unit, then it's like, I don't know, taking a 56k phenol through the expanse right now.
No, that's something that's gonna happen with every gacha. It just kind of depends how bad the power creep actually is. Like if we're going from being able to clear the expanse easily to not being able to clear it at all in like one patch, that would be a big issue.
Yep.
But if it happens in like a year, then probably people won't complain too much.
Yep. Well, I feel like we've kind of done the rest on this topic. So next up, I had challenging activities aren't more rewarding than mindless ones.
I blew my mind. The second I saw Grandmaster come out and I saw it have the exact same loophole.
Time to grind. You already know I've been busy playing the Final Fantasy Tactics remake. How is that?
Why would I play this activity once I
apparently will be easier? What do you mean? What do you mean, pardon?
The keys. The answer is nothing. There's no point of it outside of the keys.
The worst aspect to me of this is the fact that Iron Commander will actually give you more rewards than spending your Pinnacle Energy on a Grandmaster Strike or even a Calamity Ops.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yep.
Especially because they're requiring probably triple your time investment.
A la old-fashioned way, puro perreo ingrindier.
Than you are by playing the game.
Grindieo, ya tú sabes.
The difficult content.
Yo, I'm thinking about my TikTok, Carlo. Tell me how you feel about this. Like, obviously, I'm doing my Bad Bunny, like, sing-alongs and whatnot until it starts me out. But I was thinking about maybe converting my TikTok channel to a reggaeton channel, bro. I feel like a lot of people's been vibing with my content because I'm doing a lot of reggaeton stuff. Like, top 10 reggaeton songs or, you know, classics that you might not know of. Like, I think I want to do something like that.
Language, like, it could very well be a language barrier, to be honest. They might have just seen, oh, they want it to be more hard and not even thought, well, if it's going to be harder, we should give them more. But...
Ooh, I'm gonna have to try that because I never played the original, Nick. I never played Final Fantasy Tactics, so this would be a great way to actually like get into it.
Throwing out and the rewards for those, but you know, I just that is one of the most frustrating things to me. Is just how unrewarding
Final Fantasy VII Forever
game is, because like. For someone like me, I'm not worried about crushing leaderboards necessarily.
Just on top 10 throwbacks, right? I think I should do something like that.
Doing GMs and
but there's so many throwbacks, Panda. I'm doing the top 10 of throwbacks. That's going to be diabolical. I mean, I had to make that to like a part series
situation where I just really want to focus on that.
100%, Carlo. 100%. I think I'm going to do that on my TikTok side. And you know, probably leave the gameplay for YouTube, and then
loophole from GMs. Did you enjoy that GMs had
the reggaeton stuff on TikTok?
Loophole of adept weapons and nightfall weapons. Yeah, exactly.
I love popping into a GM, spending like 40 minutes on that strike, and coming out with 2 golf balls and an adept.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like we need some sort of incentive, like either whether it's a different weapon. I'm not saying bring adept weapons into this game, God forbid, but especially with especially with the materials right now, I do not want to throw materials.
Love adepts.
It'd be nice.
Fix the material system. I would love adepts.
Yeah, same. The main issue right now is the materials. I don't want adepts if the materials are staying the same. But just some sort of maybe different weapons, better weapons.
Well, Harold says Calamity Ops is pretty rewarding. Grandmasters are pretty rewarding on the first clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Once you run out of that, like
keys is over with.
Once you get that ranking Calamity Ops, then you are just waiting for the reset. Because spending your pinnacle energy in Grandmasters or Master Strikes is the exact same spending it in a Heroic Strike, which is
I won't limit
than
myself.
what
I do a mixture of it now. Like, you know, I do my Crossroads time trials. I've been putting them on TikTok as well as my Bad Bunny stuff right now currently.
Reset on a seasonal basis.
Oh my gosh, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yep. More caps.
On X basis.
I have a question for those of us who were in the beta, because I could have swore I remember this from beta. Ranking up Calamity Ops was not as fucking atrocious as it is right now, as it was in the beta, correct? Because I remember it was much easier to get up to max rank in the beta.
Correct, but
I could do that. But then again, a tier list would be more of a YouTube content because a tier list is too long for TikTok.
That's the thing. I like
unless I could somehow find a way to shorten it into like at least 50 seconds.
Like up to expert 2.
Because, you know, people's attention span on TikTok is not there.
Well, if you're at rank 200 on expert 1 or on expert 2 and somebody comes in and beats your score, I think wouldn't you get put into the relegation zone for expert 2? If I'm not mistaken.
I honestly have no, like, there's not a good enough explanation in game on how it works.
Can't you do like a 10-minute video on TikTok now? Yeah, but who's gonna watch a TikTok video for 10 minutes? I'm not that popular enough where people will stay on that for 10 minutes.
To the next zone. And I'm talking about like the top score, not like getting into the promotion zone specifically, just like hitting that top score. I found in the beta, hitting that top score to get to the next zone was, as long as you were at power level and had matching Sheikah and element types, it was basically a breeze. And it was once you hit that end zone where leaderboards started mattering that things actually got difficult.
Nice.
Well, we do have an overseer in here, so I would love to hear your take on it, Fi.
Yeah, so one, I just want to say I enjoy how difficult it is. I enjoy the difficulty. I enjoy how optimized I need to make my runs and how sweaty I need to be. Okay, the difficulty is not negative to me, it is a positive. I do not enjoy the fact that casual players are straight up just locked out of a significant portion of their necessary character upgrade materials because they are not able to perform at a level that somebody like
we all know that departed
players can.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at here. Like, you obviously had a set team when you went through to get your overseer, but imagine most of the casual player base who are just matchmaking into this activity.
Oh yeah,
who can't even we're not even talking about like overseer level quality. We're having people in matchmaking who can't even make it to fucking expert 1 because the score thresholds are just insane.
I just got an expert 1 today. I can relate.
I feel like your casual player base matchmaking should be able to make it up to, you know, like the point where leaderboards start mattering, and then like that's when the challenge should start happening, because then you're actually fighting with other people to get to the top, you know, 100, top 1000, whatever, to get those final rewards.
Because when it comes to those score thresholds, if you're meeting those score thresholds, you're probably a top 100 player already.
Yeah,
or like close to it.
100%.
Oh yeah, but those videos are so expensive to make. That's why I didn't keep going, because those things are just too expensive to make.
It's not a fucking 70k Ning Fei. Like, the activity will ask for 64k, but if you don't have a 70k Ning Fei and Gwyn on your team, you're still not making that threshold.
Well, you could probably do it with Wolf instead of Gwyn.
But fair.
I say probably because I did it.
The top 1%ers.
Okay, but Wolf has a really, I was gonna say Wolf has a really high skill ceiling too, though.
Yes.
Like,
that's accurate.
if you're going to run him, you gotta be on it.
Yeah, that's always what I say whenever I talk about Wolf.
Number 1 Wolf right here.
Yeah.
Period.
So. And beyond that, you know, the next topic I had was terrible rewards for milestones, like Acclaim giving Bright Dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, there comes a point where you don't even...
I bet, but I feel like you putting on with the gameplay and music is going to do lots of work.
Go up higher.
I think my favorite one.
Oh yeah, you know, I do my gameplay, I'll do my music stuff, and I make sure of everything that way people know I'm still a gaming creator. But I also like to do other stuff as well. I'm trying to find myself in the content creation space, you know what I'm saying? And I find doing
Especially
what you're
like
passionate
I find a lot
about
of it
is normally
is,
what works
it's
for
like low
people. You know what I'm
breakdowns,
saying?
and then it's some of those like it's just like the pigment stuff
And
that
I love
find
gaming.
most of the communities
I love reggaeton. I love Bad Bunny. You know, incorporate all the things that you love because, you know, other people may love the same thing, and that's how they vibe with you because they find that
I
connection.
used it once and I was like, eh.
Yeah.
So like
I've been thinking
seeing that as a
about, you
reward
know,
consistent is like great.
maybe
More
one day
things I'll
changing my name to
probably
Poppy.
have
That's all gonna be. My Twitch name is gonna be Poppy. My YouTube's
Like,
gonna be
it'd be nice
Poppy.
even
Like
if it's
everything's
not
gonna be
even, like,
Poppy branded.
like, the
Since everybody already
stuff, like,
calls me
maybe have,
Poppy
like, 40,
anyways,
50,
I
like,
think
give
that's
us,
better
like,
than just
Lumina
One
leads
Winged
or
Angel.
pulls,
One Winged
but, like,
Angel is a
give
Final
us, like,
Fantasy character.
give us some
You know what I'm saying?
mythic
Sephiroth.
resources. Like give us
You know, One Winged Angel is a finishing
that can
move
actually
for
help
wrestling. Kenny Omega. You know.
progression.
I think what represents me now is not One Winged Angel, but it's Poppy. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Like someone was saying in chat before, like what are we considering like a max character? And like obviously like 60, I think it's 65 for Grandmaster. I feel like max you're around 70k. Like
Yeah.
70.
Max characters should be like 72k minimum, because that's
I would
like
say 70k minimum.
That's the power threshold you need to hit for Master Calamity Ops. Like
It's 72.
72. Damn.
It's like 71.4k. But yeah. So essentially, what that means is you need like close to base 200 artifacts. You need like you could probably skimp out a little bit on the artifact gilding. You need fully leveled up exotic mods on your mythic with double mythic perks, and you also need a fully leveled up or like basically everything except for the last upgrade, like 3 catalysts. What is it like? They're 7 upgrades. Yeah, 7 upgrades. So like 6 upgrades.
Like my Tan2 is at close to 73 right now, and he's got max exotic, double mythics, exotic mods that match my perks. I've maxed my gilding, and then my artifacts are around like 27, 28.
Yeah, so it's a very, very tight threshold, especially because, like, even with the theoretical maximum power, I already talked about before how it's, like, literally, well, I say literally impossible, but it's, like, completely unreasonable to get 220 artifacts. Like, so you basically just have to hit, like, that 200 or, like, slightly above 200, and you just have to deal with that. Because otherwise, you're literally going to be spending a month of pinnacle energy on a single exotic artifact.
Yeah. It brings us back to RNG on exotic mods.
Yeah, artifacts to like the reward system in general.
Yeah, like a rebrand will help for the best. I hope so. You know me, I'm gonna be a fan for life, bro. I try reposting your stuff on Instagram. I gotta make room on my phone, download TikTok again. And yo, I appreciate that, man, because reposting, like, I don't think people understand how important reposting is. And reposting doesn't hurt your channel at all, especially on TikTok. Like, all you're doing is just reposting something. You know, you're just helping somebody else get more into the algorithm. Like, it doesn't affect you whatsoever. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people just don't repost their favorite creators' stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't hurt the algorithm or your algorithm. It's just helping the other creator that you support.
There's gonna be like a season launch.
I appreciate the repostings on Instagram, Cardo. I appreciate that, man. If you do that on TikTok, you know, I appreciate that as well, man.
The first thing that they told us on that live stream, the quote game content update.
I feel like TikTok is the best way to get noticed because it's easier to get pushed out in the algorithm, especially if you have a community that backs you up and reposts you all the time, likes your stuff, comments on your stuff. All that activity is what helps your videos get pushed up in algorithm and TikTok.
Isn't that somewhat relatable to like from what I've heard from other gachas, like their 1.1s are usually like a character and a character quest and nothing else too amazing?
No, not really. Like,
no, it's
oftentimes, oftentimes when it comes to like gachas, I know especially for like Withering Waves, we had a full main story update. We had like obviously both the characters and
it's the hottest social app. Is a fact. I think TikTok overtook YouTube when it comes to like short form content, to be honest.
The second half patch, but that's like a really, really long patch cycle. Like most gachas usually only run like a 6 to 7 week patch cycle.
Yeah,
but so obviously adding another month on top of that, but we got no new regions, no new like main story updates. We got like a couple character quests, which I will say I am very much enjoying the character quests.
It really is. It really is.
I'm enjoying them because I'm somebody who likes story. However, when it comes to the Destiny player base, story is very much not the focus for like most people playing.
I was saying I never touched them.
Mm-hmm. I know like a lot of people who just skip every single cutscene.
Yep.
I feel like they also might have a little bit of a benefit here coming from the Destiny player base, because a lot like even hearing like expecting a new destination on like 1.1 updates and stuff is kind of crazy to me, because coming from a Destiny player who was used to not seeing anything for fucking a whole year when it comes to new content.
So my impression of Destiny Rising is that it was going to launch a bit lighter on the content, and then we'd be getting like constant updates, because any kind of like, this is a brand new game, so we don't have like anything previously, like when we're talking about like a Destiny expansion.
Yeah.
So like Destiny 1, Destiny 2 launched with like 4 destinations, essentially like full campaigns for each destination and like the overarching campaign. All right. We had obviously like the hundreds of different weapons, a ton of different strikes to play with. Okay, a Destiny Rising launched with essentially 1.5 destinations, because we don't even have like the entirety of Red Sea Rift. We had both the campaigns, and you know, Jiangxi Metro, that one is still very, very poor quality.
Is there going to be more of Red Sea Rift? Because I remember the Triumph State.
There's
the
going to be more
stated.
Red Sea Rift, like at least story-wise, like we're not done in Red Sea Rift. And frankly, I was expecting them to do that in the Season 1 patch. Or, like the
I was definitely expecting a little bit, like, I mean, it gives us a little bit of a advantage, or I don't even want to say advantage, but the people who played beta had basically already experienced the entire story. So I was kind of expecting, since that, I think it was 4 months ago that we played beta, that there might have been like a little bit more tacked on to the end or something else.
Yeah, but there's just nothing.
Like, because I remember in the beta, the triumph for completing Red Sea Rift said like 2 out of 3 zones. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe in the full game we'll get another zone for Red Sea Rift, but we obviously haven't seen anything yet.
And obviously going forward, like I was just straight up expecting there to be a little bit more, but like comparing the content that was available in the beta and comparing the content that's like currently in the game right now, the only extra stuff that we have received was the Eclipse event, which I will say it was really, really good.
Yes.
But, it's an event and it's gone now. Morgan's Hunt, which was fun for the first 3 clears. The Sparrow Racing event, which isn't even like a new content or mode upgrade. Like it's literally just Sparrow Racing with like 1 extra modifier on the same 2 tracks that we've been racing. And we are talking about Sparrow Racing. It is 1 new track with Sparrow Racing. So outside of the events, the only like new piece of content that we've received going from beta to launch, at least like game content, like stuff to do in the game, not like system changes, was that 1 singular Sparrow Racing track. And when it comes to like systems, obviously we had the artifact rework, which I will say I very much prefer the new artifact system to the old one. The old one was terrible.
I think pretty much everyone agrees on that aspect.
The mod system, it's kind of like...
To be fair, I think we also got some character quests that weren't in the beta.
Oh, yeah, we also got some more character quests, but those are, again, just kind of like one-and-done deals.
Yeah.
It's not something like a strike where you can play over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, you play through that character story mission, and again, like a whole bunch of people, character story missions might as well not exist.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see at least maybe a couple more strikes since release. Or even just like again, I'm coming from a Destiny player who's not expecting to see a strike ever again. But
I'm saying when it comes to that roadmap that they showed us, like that Season 1 update was supposed to be one of those like major content updates that they advertised, and we didn't get like hardly anything for that, and that's making me thinking like, okay, if this is Season 1, what's Act 2 going to be like? Because Act 2 is a very much smaller scope because it's meant to be like a mid-season update.
Yeah, I'm not expecting Act 2 to be anything big. I don't expect us to be like
Here's a new battle pass that you need to buy. Here's one new exotic and one new character.
Yeah,
and
that's kind of like what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to be held as character quest. I don't think that we're getting a 4-star personally.
When you're gonna try and get header to UC?
I don't think.
Carlo, my drive to play Speedstorm other than the tournaments is just not it anymore, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's no growth in it no more. I've noticed it in my YouTube videos, my tech videos and trial videos for Speedstorm just don't hit no more.
I'm just gonna say
they just don't hit no more.
I am crashing.
I'm getting more views on Crossworlds and Destiny Rising content than I am on my Speedstorm content anymore.
$35 to max it out.
And at that point, I'm like, man, do I still make content on Speedstorm? Do people even care about Speedstorm anymore?
Well, you can get the first copy.
When I used to go from hundreds of views to just in the tens and the teens, double digits,
so
that's horrible. That's a big drop.
Purchase the $5 battle pass, but that's for one other copy. You still need 2 more. Okay, getting the $5 upgrade, so the $10 battle pass, that would be 1 more copy, and for the final copy you need 100.
I don't think the interest is there anymore.
Black market tokens.
Good lord.
Yeah,
which is $25 converting from silver.
I mean, yeah, there's ways in game to get black market coins to like bring it down a bit, but that means you're spending all your black market coins on it.
Well, yeah, and then like good luck leveling up the exotic because you have no photons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem I have right now.
You would have to plan ahead for that. Like there's no way to get around for spending the black market coins because you only get like 2K or 20K black market coins. I think a week. You get 20K a week, so you'd be short 70K black market coins even if you're spending all of them on like as like a low spender or free to play. And like if you're a low spender, you've got battle pass, like the $10 battle pass plus the monthly card. Like that monthly card, you're getting maybe around like 40 to 60K tokens. So you'd be able to just potentially just barely be able to purchase all 3 copies as somebody with the monthly pass and somebody with the $10 battle pass. So that's already $15 bare minimum across an entire month, and you're getting 0 photons.
I feel like my 2 major issues are the rewards from the battle pass are very lackluster.
Oh, absolutely. You don't even get pinnacle energy rewards until like level 35 and beyond. You get like prisms, glimmer, like purple and blue sheaths. It's so useless.
Oh yeah.
100%.
And the other thing is that we just
post 50.
Yeah. But the other issue is that we just haven't received any communication, and I'm not surprised because they want people to spend money on what happens to these exotic weapons after the pass is gone.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Is it going to be added to the pool? Are you going to be able? Is it just going to stay in the shop, and you'll be able to add, spend future battle pass resources on previous weapons, or is it just gone?
Exactly my theory on it is they're going to put it into the black market. It's or not the black market, but they're going to put it in the battle pass shop. It's already technically there,
and just leave it in there, and then you'll be able to buy old exotic weapons with future battle pass currency.
Which then the problem,
like the number of like right now you've got what is it? 1 at 60 and 1 at 40. They'll just make it 2 at 60 and 1 at 40. That's what they'll do.
And then
increase the number of copies you can buy. Basically.
And the problem is, you'll use your resources to get that last copy you need, and guess what? Now you don't have the 3 copies for the new exotic for the new season.
Exactly. And like, I frankly don't feel that like reissued Destiny 2 weapons should ever be considered premium content. Like, period. Like, even if it was. You could get all copies in the $5 battle pass. That is the featured
game one. To be honest, I still playing grind because I'm new to it, but people that have been around for a minute, it doesn't scratch the edge like Crosswords does. That's because you don't gotta buy anything. Carlo, that's what it is.
Like the most Destiny thing that they add to the
game. Gotta shake the game up. Yeah, they gotta do something, or make a Speedstorm 2 and make a paid game. And then do it that way.
It's see it the other way.
I mean, after this podcast, I'm gonna probably see if I can do the sparrow racing. I don't know because that opens up at 2:30 p.m. and it's only 11:50 right now. Maybe I'll do the festival and then finish off with some sparrow racing.
When it comes to reissues,
I gotta make some content on that.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll do that.
Like
maybe we'll touch on some Black Ops 7. Y'all appreciate that, Lurky Lurk Queen. How we doing today?
$5 to
good to see you. Happy Friday. Let's go, chat.
And like pay $35 plus whatever else it takes to get the photons and the cores.
Yeah, 100%.
This game already costs so much outside of that. It's frankly, I just find it kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like it's even worse too for people who are strictly coming from Destiny and who haven't played gacha games and haven't seen what those systems are like. It's definitely gives it a different perspective on like, oh, okay, so I was paying, $130 for a year's worth of Destiny content and getting tons of cool shit, and here you're expecting me to pay $140 plus to max out one character.
Yeah,
a month.
Yeah, and
Emerson might be down to join us. He still needs to finish it up. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
It's like
after this, I'll probably do my Discord, and you guys can join, and I'll pull you up into the
content to test it on
to the throne room. Pause.
Because like, if there's no new strike, no new gauntlet blitz, no new like region or like difficult boss or. So, like, obviously there's going to be more events. We already know that there's going to be more events, but events are just... they're temporary.
Filler.
Yeah, it's filler.
Filler episode.
They're the in-between.
Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, there's some really, really good events, but... like, if you want to have, like, content that's built to last, like, frankly, I feel like Eclipse, if they just, like, kept it in as a hard mode with, like, increased rewards... that it would have been really, really good.
It's still in the game right now, isn't it?
No,
you can
it's
still
not.
play Eclipse.
No,
it's gone now?
No, it's
okay.
gone. Eclipse is gone.
When did it leave? Because I thought it was still there last time I checked.
The event.
Yeah, when the event ended, it left.
It's gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. When did the event end?
Like Sunday? Sunday, I think, was the last day me and Misery and Unknown were doing those carries.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's what we'll call that, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah. And like, that's such a big disappointment because that was like probably one of the best experiences I had in Destiny Rising.
Yeah, that's crazy that they would literally just remove their hard mode raid.
Yeah. But
yeah, that's
also,
crazy.
Like, it's the other question is like, does it have room to stay? Because nobody's gonna play it if it's not giving rewards.
I would play it for fun.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, we would play it for fun, but the issue then comes down to, like, what's the intrinsic desire to go through it apart from, like, I want to go through it for a challenge. Like, even if it's something as little as, like, oh, you need to do it for a seal or you need to do it for a triumph, like, you do that once and it's, it's over. Like, there's no depth weapons, there's no real reason to go into it.
I feel like the same with Grandmaster. I feel like they should make it so maybe there's just higher percentages on rewards or more rewards, just something to make it worth playing over the regular one. Like, why would I spend 20 to 30 minutes grinding out matchmaking to get a normal break-in run done when I can just do the regular break-in in like 2 minutes in like 4 minutes or whatever, and still have that same % chance to get an exotic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, like we were kind of like touching on a previous topic. We've kind of gone through pretty much everything, and obviously to summarize, there are a lot of issues with the game. A lot of like major issues that are leading to high player base like churn and drop off. And, like, we didn't even touch on the smaller things that would be, like, potential churn points, like glitches in the Triumph system making multiple seals completely unobtainable, and other stuff like just the terrible quality in the Jiangxi Metro storyline. Like, just frankly, I am still astounded at how that made it into the launch patch, that there's still freaking TikTok voices in Haven and in the storyline. Like,
Come on, we gotta support OpenAI.
But frankly, like beyond that, like beyond those smaller issues that are still big issues in general that are causing like player base churn, people to like not want to play the game. Like just the simple fact that we are not allowed to like grind and that there's no like real incentive to keep playing beyond spending your energy because like progression is pretty much the only content we have right now. That's probably why we've been seeing so much player drop off, so much viewership drop off as well. And I think we can all agree that like moving forward, the best option would be to go to like primarily monetization through cosmetics, primarily, and with like some pay to progress elements as well, and just allowing players to grind out the game.
Yo, this Lord Brandon just sounds like a hater right now.
Content being
they need to pivot the Duet Night Abyss way.
Well, that was something that
that's crazy.
So, I'm not sure how many of you.
That does not.
I know Oda and I are.
I don't know, man.
How many of you guys are familiar with it?
I'm a bit familiar.
Sounds like a bad thing.
With getting rid of their gacha system.
Yeah.
Is that GTA thing that you were talking about or whatever?
No, that's Ananta.
That's Ananta. Okay. So
yeah, this Duet Night Abyss is basically anime Warframe, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you have my attention.
I can pull it up
Okay,
on
Misery.
Steam, actually.
With Gunnar skins.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
So it's anime. Okay, I will preface it is anime. So there's that. However, the main thing is that it used to be a gacha, but it was kind of going like the Destiny route where you would grind for the weapons and there would be the character banners, but it still had a stamina system. And through their beta tests,
paid to progress. Where have I heard that before?
Like,
no, where have you?
Like, it's very unpopular with our players, like the kind of gacha stuff and the kind of stamina system. And what they did, opening up to their launch stream, they had like 3 little signs that they like showed up. Okay, they started out like, okay, all the characters free. You can grind for the characters. You can get everything free through gameplay. The weapons also free. You can like get the weapons, level them up through gameplay. Stamina free. You can like no stamina. Everything is just playable, unlockable through the game, and they just essentially said that okay, we're gonna monetize through pay to progress. So like if you want to skip ahead in progression, like you don't want to, I don't know, do 30 clears of something to get the materials for your characters, you can just buy them, and beyond that, like it's just skins, skins and cosmetics. And
I do like that.
Yeah, it's a looter shooter type game. It's very Warframe style. Giant hordes of enemies.
It's got a dual narrative perspective too, which is really interesting. But
yeah.
My question when it comes to the game is that so like has this already taken effect? Like have they already just gotten rid of it, or is it something that's coming?
They did an upcoming game. It's releasing
October 28th.
Yeah, October 28th. Like
okay, so we can't like compare it money wise to Destiny Rising on that list that came out yet.
Yeah, obviously we can't compare it like monetarily wise, but I
don't even know if it'll be on gacha revenue because of them removing.
But it's still going to be on Sensor Tower though, and gacha
that's the thing. Like that list I saw came out like showed Pokemon Pocket on it.
Yeah. So yeah, when it comes to that, like frankly, I feel that move made like put Duet Night Abyss on the map, because like prior to that it was somewhat niche. Like there was a player base for it, but it was never going to be like a big game, like, and the devs kind of realized that and they made that change, and I mean it's got a lot more people talking about it, significant amount more people talking about it.
I feel like it's got some great potential to be able to change a lot of things.
100%.
But we are gonna have to wait how it looks like after 6 months, because if it crashes and burns and it doesn't make any revenue, then the system's never gonna be tried again. But if it does,
we'll know before 6 months.
Then you're gonna see it. Pop up a lot more often.
Yeah, you're gonna know real quick. You're gonna know. I would say first month is a good idea.
Yeah, because I mean, well, one of the things about Duet Night Abyss is it's probably not going to have like the same kind of explosive revenue as a lot of gacha games do, because obviously gacha games they kind of operate on like those banner releases, and when they release a banner they get like huge influxes of cash. And you can also see that whenever like there's a rerun patch in a gacha game, or when there's like less desirable characters.
Yeah, but you don't have to look at just revenue. You could also look at penetration of the game, and there's a lot more other measurements you could use to determine its success.
But like, frankly, that move right there put Duet Night Abyss on the map.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah,
that's a good PR move for them for sure.
Absolutely. And obviously, we do have to wait and see, because I mean, there are a lot of things that like sound nice on surface, but when you get into the meat of it, there obviously could still be issues. Like, it sounds nice on the surface that we can grind for all of our exotics and grind for all of our mythic weapons in Destiny Rising. But when you get into the meat of it, you realize, oh, I can get like 5 copies of this exotic, but they're all worthless unless I have the cores.
Right.
Yeah. But I will say, I am very much looking forward to that game, and I'm definitely planning on covering it. Expect some videos on it soon on my channel. So, I mean, like, if anybody here is, from that very first
well, it's not just
to it.
It's not just DNA either. Like, Blue Protocol launches next week, and it has pretty much purely cosmetic banners, except for I think there's a banner in Blue Protocol for their version of echoes or whatever. So creatures or whatever it's called. And then you've got Anata, obviously the big one. Like, it's a
sorry, I had to do that.
Local gacha right now.
I had to do that, guys, because like I don't mess with people being negative or crying in the chat, because they're not invited. And let me come in. Like, that's not a good look as a streamer or a content creator, especially on somebody else's stream.
They're directing their marketing. Duet Night Abyss.
That's not what you do.
I'm super pumped for it.
I'm super pumped for it too.
I wish I had a little bit more gacha experience to lead into it, but this is basically my only gacha. And I don't think I'd ever play any other ones with how I've seen even this monetization structure. The only reason I've given it a chance is because it's Destiny, and I'm enjoying the gameplay wise, but the monetization wise is not happy with. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, to NetEase's credit, compared to something like Immortal, like this is a fruitcake compared to 400K to be a max whale in that game.
No, appreciate that Lucky Lurk TTV War. Much love, my guy.
All right. Well, I feel like that's about all of our topics that we ran through today. Do you guys want to do like some viewer topics? Like, any of the viewers want to suggest anything, or like ask any questions?
Yeah, we can do that, but I just wanted to quickly get your guys' opinion. I wanted to ask, what is your guys' so far like top favorite thing about the game, though? Like, what do you think that like NetEase and Rising has done really well?
Hope you're having an amazing day, TTV War, by the way. We're doing a podcast right now.
I feel
then I'm going to go ahead and probably play some games that this is done.
I love, for me, it's probably the social functionality. Seeing the amount of people in Haven, seeing like the chat availability, the clan houses, just like a lot of the social features that they've included in Destiny Rising are really nice and pointed more towards that like MMO FPS feel that I wanted from Destiny that we haven't gotten.
Yeah,
I agree.
The social features are way better than D2.
I mean, even as something as funny and dumb as fishing, you know what I mean? Like, my chat just knows me as the guy that pulls out a fish mid-raid at this point. And
when we saw NetEase was doing the game on mobile, we knew it was going to be an expensive gacha. I mean, that's true.
With that,
my personal favorite thing is,
but still not as expensive as Diablo Immortal. That game is like, I've heard people spend thousands of dollars on accounts that already been grinded up and paid for just to skip that grind. That's crazy.
Improving runs.
Or the guy, and this is made by NetEase. Diablo Immortal is made by NetEase. There's the guy that spent $100,000 on a game, and that's what he was known for.
Exactly how far I can push this stuff.
$100,000 is diabolical.
I was gonna ask Agent and anyone else because we have a lot of kind of like events or I guess what are the activities that are kind of like on a time basis, right? What are your guys' opinion on if they had instead? Because I know at least some people in my chat have talked about they wish that there were game modes where it wasn't necessarily you're rushing for time, but more of a like it's hard enough that like just completing it would
I would love to
complete
see
if that
more
makes sense.
I would love to see more content.
Yeah,
It's good if they have
more
different
variety.
types of end games.
Yeah, more variety.
Yeah,
We
I
need
feel like
content,
that's-
and we need speed content.
I feel like that's something that we definitely touched on earlier in the chat when it comes to just having different like survivability or like ad clearing or like speed, like just a variation of end game content.
So
Yeah,
somebody
100K is
asks,
wild.
here's a question: how does Destiny Rising pull in a player base outside of the current Destiny player base?
Sorry,
More
could you
Gunnar
say that
skin.
one more time?
How does Destiny Rising pull in a player base outside of the current Destiny player base? They tried iFerg, Codem, YT, but I've noticed no movement from it.
Yeah, like I think we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah,
but I
that
think
game
they
was
have to
expensive,
reach
man,
out
and it's a
to
fun game. Don't
more,
get me wrong.
content
Diablo
creators
Immortal
and,
though
like, even just
is
like
a fun game. I think
related
it's
stuff.
more
But
fun than
like I know
I
Diablo
know
4,
I don't
but
think
sorry,
they're
go
going for Gacha
the
gameplay
cost
gonna
is
be
the
like
cost to actually
thing
like be
because
up there with the
this
top
game is
people
really, really
is
difficult.
ridiculous.
You can't really like wail around it.
They've already pretty much lost the hyper majority of the Gacha audience.
Yeah.
Like
And
hybrids like myself will still stick around, but they really need to aim for the shooter side.
Yeah, and it's hard for them right now because like their main audience is not in a great standpoint at the moment with how Destiny is. You have a lot of basically I feel like their plan was to try to grab the people playing Destiny and pull them into a way to continue playing Destiny while they're on the bus or in their bed or whatever. But they've kind of lost that because the numbers for Destiny 2 are so low right now that they just don't have that audience to pull from.
right.
I'm not the biggest fan of just promoting through content creators that are just going to play it because they're getting paid and then never play it again. That audience might take a look at it, but unless they are going to commit to the game, I don't think there's a ton of value there.
Look at all the
get that
Destiny
30
creators
seconds
they
of-
brought in.
Yeah, and but look what it got us, though. You know what I mean?
What
Like
did they all pay? The same thing. Why did
Right.
we have this in this mobile game and not in Destiny 2? Why couldn't they just enjoy it for what it was? You know what I mean?
When it came to Destiny Rising, it for
You
most
play for like a
every single
minute
Destiny 2
with some
content
friends, and they all quit, so I ended up
ended
leaving
off
it
as a
too.
fucking
Yeah, I mean, I played it in the beginning, and that's it.
Like
I had
that's
the
why it's
game,
relevant
but
to turn it off.
I don't. There's nothing that's pulling me into it. You know what I mean?
Talked about or been like really honest about the current issues with Destiny Rising. I mean, like basically the biggest extent to it is just like, oh, there's like some gacha and it's pay to win.
Right.
Which
I think a lot of people like. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, like, frankly, that's just kind of like the tip of the iceberg.
Right. I think that like because so many players are coming from like the Destiny aspect and they're like so used to like story driven content, constant releases and stuff. I think NetEase would have to figure out a way to like whether it's on a seasonal basis or something like that where there's some form of that kind of story, something that constantly has the players engaging and like caring about the like Destiny world. Because at least for me, I remember getting into Destiny, I really cared about the world and like the lore and stuff. And if NetEase can find a way to balance that where it's not like in your face for the people that want to be able to skip it, but the people that kind of want to get involved with it, know the stories and all these things, you know what I mean? Like having, whether it's like a season, every season there's a new story world coming out and stuff and people can go through that, or you know, like a new strike or even like a new raid, or maybe they like, you know, repurpose the Eclipse raid and throw up new contest thing, you know, whatever that may look like. I think having that aspect will keep like a healthy keep a healthy connection for people to wanting to like continue invest their time into it.
Yeah, and I feel like they do have like a good inkling of like sprinkles of lore here and there that leave a little bit of intrigue of what could possibly be in the future from like Crota and the Warlords, and there's just a bunch of different stuff that they've definitely touched on that kind of at least gets me excited about like story that they'll have in the future. But it'd be nice if we could like continue to see that at a frequent basis.
Right.
Agreed.
I agree.
We do have one person saying like
talking about maybe like future content, future raids, and
Yeah, the
whatnot.
gameplay was interesting for me, but it didn't put me in. Like I can't say Species of Crossroads got
the
me.
servers together in one server
100%.
instead of split into
like
4.
Apac's a ghost town right now. Like
Yeah.
they straight up cannot like queue for grandmasters or for shifting gates.
Wow.
But it's also because China hasn't released yet. But
Well, China's servers are going to be separate from APAC regardless.
oh, are they?
Yeah,
oh
that's
yeah,
crazy.
because they're isolated. I forgot.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
But Blaze Crest as that's the problem. Destiny 2 players came here for a Destiny replacement, but the infrastructure is a gotcha. It can't fill 14-hour-a-day gamer Destiny 2 players.
But that's who they advertise to.
Well, yeah,
That's
exactly.
their fault.
That's who they advertise to.
I wish it was otherwise. If they had if they had aimed more towards the gotcha side or tried to keep it even, they could clutch that. But because they're getting the audience they want, now they have to pivot to meet those audiences' expectations. Period. I mean, it's on them. It's not on.
They got the audience that they asked for, not the audience that they wanted.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
How you feel about Monster Hunter?
well said.
I haven't really played Monster Hunter, so I can't really give you an opinion on it.
I don't
Yeah, I
want
gotta
to
go to
interrupt
work.
the
I feel like we're hitting
conversation,
that 2-hour mark.
Yeah, we're past 2 hours.
but I do want to do
Our
a PSA on behalf of May because apparently I found out this morning for all of us Estella players out there, your minions will actually body block the Partridge Sky projectiles. So
What? Really?
yeah, apparently this is a thing. So if you see your friendly neighborhood Yolder in there and you're playing Estella, try to keep your minions focused elsewhere. Otherwise, Partridge Sky is not going to do any DPS.
Ugh.
Let's see. So
Good to know.
Anonymous asked, I would like to know how viewership is for everyone in terms of rising content.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me bring up the analytics.
Yeah, I was gonna say my viewership and even just sub count has definitely fallen off in the last like 10 days. It feels like.
Yep.
Yes. Same here.
Like it felt like because I started doing YouTube like 4 weeks ago. I'm completely brand new to this, and it was growing really fast, and I was impressed. But then I think, and from what I can gauge in the room, like it felt like everybody's viewership has kind of tanked within like the last 10 days. And I don't know if it's just that initial hype of the game, has been hit, and everyone was checking it out and whatnot, or if people are just kind of getting stale with certain things. But I like we'll see how it continues, but like it would be cool to see whether it's some kind of new just challenge modes or whatnot to like kind of incentivize the community to get excited about a bunch of these things again.
Yeah. Personally, my views may be a little bit different. During launch period up until about September 11th, I was pulling about 8 to 10K views a day. Since September of 11th, I've stayed pretty steady at about 4 to 5K per day, I would say medium.
Yeah.
So I since September 11th, I've dropped viewership about 50%, but it's stayed pretty steady since September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my spike was actually on September 5th. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else.
Mine was the 8th.
Yeah, I don't know why the 5th was so high.
Well, besides the initial release, where's like the biggest spike.
My biggest spike was like September 6th, 7th.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
besides
biggest
the
spike was
initial release, I
September
think the 8th is my highest. Yeah,
Yeah.
as well. What happened
it's-
the 8th? Was that the reveal for Stella?
No.
No, hold on, let me check.
The 8th?
It might have.
The 8th, yeah.
Estella was the 11th.
Yeah,
No,
so was
Stella's
I
release
think that
was
was
the
the
11th.
reveal.
Yeah, you're probably
Oh, yeah,
right.
you're
It
right, you're
probably
right.
was somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
season 1 we go
that beat trailer, man, really got him.
That's what it was. Well, you need every trailer to be like that.
Yeah. So my two biggest spikes, or like my biggest kind of hurdles, was the season 1 launch. That was like the biggest spike, and then I got a bit more like prior to Eclipse, and then it tapered off for a little bit, and then just around September like 22nd ish, that's when it started like really falling, and it's been around like the 7 to 9K mark since then.
Yeah,
Daily
I would
basis.
say my biggest spikes were both raids, just due to my raid guides. But outside of that, it was, not even like the character releases have made like huge spikes.
Mm.
Yeah.
It seems like most of the interest, at least from my perspective, views-wise, have come from raids.
Yeah, and I think that's just
post Eclipse. That's when like stuff started falling hard.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Destiny is that kind of game everyone knows for raiding and stuff. So once there's no big raid or challenge mode type vibe, a lot of those core Destiny viewers may be a little less interested.
Yep, agreed. All right, I gotta run, boys.
Yep.
Yo, Misery.
Well,
love
See ya.
it.
Feel free to shout yourself out before you leave.
Wrapping up, regardless. So,
all right, this is the end of the podcast, guys.
Links to all of these guys' channel in the description of my video. Definitely check them out if you liked any of their takes.
Same here. Check below.
Follow everybody, guys.
Twitch stream, but it is on the YouTube stream. So if you want to check out any of these guys, like their YouTubes in my YouTube description. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys stream on Twitch as well. So
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, I thought it was weird when I saw you not on Twitch. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All right,
guys. Thanks again. See you later.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Signing off the stream.
Yeah, have a good one.
Later.
Have a good one, everybody.
Mm-hmm.